And how did the getting into shape come about? Because so this is the story that my dad said. He said, I can't remember. This was maybe a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, and he said he was with you and you guys were at a party, and there was, for some reason, there was like a cake or a brownie on the table, and he was like, I could see Jamie just staring at this thing, but he couldn't eat it. How did you find it? How, like, talk me through the actual transformation. Did you need to eat a certain way? Like, how did it come out?
So it was one of these things that once I got the job, I'd always wanted to get into really good shape and to have like a period of time where that's all that I was focusing my energy on, you know. So when I got this and I had a timeline, I was like, right, this is the perfect time to really invest in my health. And I'd always been into the gym and things like that, but I never really pushed myself to see what my body could do. So I signed up with a personal trainer online, at Ultimate Performance. They've got a bunch of gyms all over the world. They're fantastic, second to none. Shout out to my trainer, Julio Paulo. He's fantastic. I've been with him for, when did we start? I think it was May 23. And this is now, where are we? October? Yeah. So over 2 years we've been together and been on this journey. And he would program all my workouts onto this app. I would track everything, from my calories, all my macros, my steps, my water, my sleep, like everything. It got really, really scientific because he was like, how much do you want to put into this? And I was like, I'm all in, like, absolutely. So when you're all in like that, you have to be really meticulous about everything.
Like detail.
Yeah, very, very detailed. So you can adapt as you go along and sort of thing. So yeah, the foods were all, they were pretty, it was like healthy stuff, you know, it was like, you know, the classic chicken, rice, vegetables, but it was, I made sure to enjoy my food as well as much as I could. Like, so within the numbers that you get, so if you're on like, I don't know, 2,400 calories or whatever, I would make sure to have some foods which I would enjoy, you know, as well. So you can have pretty much whatever you want as long as within moderation, you know. So like if you want a chocolate bar, you can have a chocolate bar. If you want some fucking Haribo, you can have Haribo, you know what I mean? Like it's fine, you can fit it into your numbers. So I made sure to do that. And yeah, I just lifted weights 4 or 5 times a week.
And did you have a specific, like, because I used to do, this is before I dropped out of college, but I used to do some personal training. Did you have like a day split? Was it like, did you have certain muscle groups that you were aiming for? Because I'm guessing with the character, it's top half, it's abs.
Yeah, it was more of a holistic approach that I think we took, you know. So I had to start with, it was 2 upper body days, a lower body day, and a whole body day. And then that kind of blended into 2 upper body days and then 2 lower body days. And then once I was kind of getting into it, we upped the volume to 5 days a week. So I would do 3 upper days and 2 lower days. And then we've just kind of stuck around that sort of thing. So it's not been like the bro split, you know, of like chest and triceps or something. It's always been like upper and lower. Because I quite enjoy having, you know, doing a push movement and then going into a pull-in movement, you know, like a superset sort of thing. And honestly, like, because I've been asked this question before and they're like, well, how did you get into such good shape? And it's like, honestly, just pick something and do it over and over and over again. And as long as it's something that you can repeat and you can stay true to and consistent with, then you'll get results. The thing that gets me is when people will do one workout one day and then another workout the next day. And it's like, oh, but I want to keep it fresh. And that's good, but it's not optimal if you're trying to, you know, track everything. Because if you do the same workouts for, you know, 6 weeks, you know, over 4 days, like a 4-day split, then you can track. It's okay, well, last week I did 10 reps, so this week I'm going to get 11. And then, or I did like 60 kilos on the bench press, so I'm going to do 65 the next week. Just numbers are your best friend when it comes to that. Yeah. And we just kept doing that, and I got really, really lean. I think I lost like 25 pounds.
Oh my God.
From the start. And I was like really skinny, like really, really skinny,
that's
like too skinny.
lot.
Yeah. But I was ripped. It was great. And then from then we just built up muscle to now where I've got a much better, I'm almost at the weight where I started, but I'm like 10% less body fat than I was.
Did that impact your mood at all?
Oh yeah, so to the story about your dad, right? That was when I was, if it was about 2 years ago, that's when I was like right in the thick of it, and I was so strict on myself. And like I said, if you want brownies or you want something, you can fit it in. But I think at that point, I was really just trying to push as far as I could go. Like I think the lowest I got to was like 171 pounds, which for a guy who's like 6'2" is really lean.
Yeah.
I think I was like maybe 7% body fat or something like that, but I was trying to see how low I could go.
Yeah.
And once you're at that point, all you can think of is your next meal. All you can think of is, oh, that brownie looks so good. But it also what feels better is coming out the other end of it and knowing that you said no to that, and you're like, oh, the willpower and discipline, and then that leaks over to other things in your life. Like if you've got that discipline for your diet, then when it comes to training or your relationships or friendships, you really become disciplined and like, well, I have to check in with this person because I haven't talked to them for a week or whatever. So I like how that kind of rippled out to other aspects of my life.
Yeah, it definitely. See, when it comes to the gym, especially, or cardio, especially now as well, my mental health is so impacted by it that I'll get so anxious unless I go for a run. And I know it's just pent up energy in my system. Like I need to release it.
Yep.
So I'm quite strict with how many days I go to the gym because I know that it will directly impact my work or the conversation we're having. I have less brain fog. And it's sad, like a lot of people just they aren't educated enough in that to understand why they might be feeling a certain way.
Yep.
And a lot of the time it will be diet, or it will be the fact they're not, maybe they're sitting in an office job and they haven't got that, they've got pent up energy that they're not releasing.
Yep. Yeah. The thing that I learned, I've always loved walking, but I really, really learned to love walking and getting steps in because of my trainer, because one of the non-negotiables was 10,000 steps every day. And I would track it to the point of if I got home that night and I was on like 9,750, I'm like, oh shit, I got to get 250 more steps. So I did like a lap around the block. But there's nothing that can't be fixed, I think, with a really nice walk. I think there's something about just getting out into the fresh air, moving your body, stimulates some sort of thought processes or whatever it is in the body, and it allows you for emotions to come up. I've had some of the best conversations with myself on long walks,
especially hikes in Scotland.
Oh man, brilliant!
And actually, see the coaster that you have in front of you. If you have a look at it, there'll literally be a Munro in Scotland. How cool is that?
Gorm. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
1,245. Ooh, that's a tall one.
I've seen it in your Instagram, you do a lot of hill walking, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Try get out there. I love the cobbler.
Cobbler's good, yeah. Nice and small as well. It's like doable, quite easily doable.
Yeah. It's not too bad. And it's totally different from summer as to winter. In winter time you go up and there's like snow and stuff up there, which is really cool. But I think there's something about that one because you start by the lock and then you kind of zigzag through the trees, and then all of a sudden you come past the tree line and you're just in the Highlands, it seems like. I always call it like the Lord of the Rings shot because I felt like every time I get through there, you're like, it's the open expanse. You're like, whoa, like this is a whole new world up here.
Yeah.
And I love that one. I've done that so many times. I'll do that once every few months at least, I think.
Scotland is just like there's so much negativity at the moment about Scotland with the way it's run, but putting that aside, it's one of the most beautiful countries I've been very lucky that I've traveled a lot of places, and Scotland is it's so stunning.
Is it Norway that you've been to a lot?
Yeah.
Some of your pictures
Iceland.
there. Oh, Iceland, yeah. Iceland, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've been to both, but anywhere I go, like there's always I feel like you always want to get away from where you're from to experience new things, but then you always end up coming back to it. And I always end up coming back to Scotland and being like, this is just, it's kind of unbeatable. Like,
it's pretty sweet. Yeah. Especially like, all the way up north, Harris and Lewis and stuff like that. Mate, some of those beaches are stunning. Insane.
Yeah. Have you been?
I've never actually been,
need to go.
which is really bad. But I've gotten to see so much more of Scotland because of this job.
Yeah.
Like we get taken to all these random locations which you're not able to go to normally. Like in episode 1, there's a bridge where we went to, and that's actually in the middle of like a military site. where
wow.
they test bombs and things, so you can't actually get to it if you're a normal person. Yeah.
Where is it?
I wouldn't say it on here. I'll tell you after. Otherwise, I'll probably get in trouble. But yeah, you can get to that bridge normally. And it's also in the middle of nowhere and it just comes out like you'll be driving down this track for 15 minutes, then like bam, it's just like right there. And it's so picturesque. It's gorgeous. But would never have been able to see that if it wasn't for the job.
If you guys enjoyed that clip, please do me a huge favor before you go and head over to our Into the Mind podcast official page where we have the raw, uncut Into the Mind podcast, and hit that subscribe button. And the more subscribers we get, the more incredible guests we can get on the show. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all real soon.